Hi guys, welcome back to 10 Minute Reviews. I'm Jason. This fuzzy one right here is Freya. You gonna come up, Freya? You gonna come up? You gonna come up? Hi, say hi to the camera. Oh, you can almost see her. Hi, baby. And this is my fuzzy little co-star. And we're once again bringing you today's video. As always, guys, please hit the like and subscribe button. Small family channel. You'll get a belly rub. Small family channel. We just really appreciate any support you guys might want to give us. So today I want to talk about John Van Stry, also writes as Jan Van Stry, Jan Stryvant, and his series Portals of Infinity. This time around I want to talk about Book 4. Book 4, because as I've mentioned in the past, guys, this series is absolutely fantastic. Awesome fantasy series, awesome sci-fi series, because these portals, they can cover they can cover an infinite number of worlds and technology levels and concepts and even how physics work and magic and things along those lines. You know, you got worlds where they really don't have any gods. You got worlds that the gods are major presence. Of course, there's rules that govern these gods. So Book 4 is interesting because it's once again occurring on the main sphere of his god Philigustius and one of his wives, Rachel, who's the queen of a particular empire. And most of this book occurs here. In fact, pretty much all of this book occurs here. Now, once again, he is kind of doing double duty. He's partially working for his queen, and he's partially working for his god, only now they're exploring out a little bit more. Before the last book, while they were setting up their temples, they were also building alliances between the city-states nearby and seeing which ones they could fold into the empire under Queen Rachel. So this time around, now they're looking at some of the nomad tribes that are out in what they call the Sea of Grass, basically out in the plains or the Svelts, whatever term would be the appropriate one. And these anthropomorphic cat people, because again, there's anthropomorphic cats in pretty much all of his books, are basically this world's analog to the Old West type Native Americans crossed with the Mongols, basically the Mongolian horde. They of course are riders. Now they don't have horses. What they have are that they call wool rats or something. Basically wolves. They're big as wolves, and that's what they ride. Now naturally, bringing in some Earth technology has introduced stirrups to the saddles, which makes a huge difference. But aside from that, they are nomadic tribes that live within teepees, that travel around. They do have permanent encampments for the winter, but otherwise they travel around to do their hunting, to do their fighting, and to blend with other tribes. While the tribes do stay somewhat apart, they are not antagonistic like you remember from, say, the Old West, which again, why I say this is also kind of analogous to say the Mongolian hordes, because they're all pretty similar. They're very warlike naturally, and they have their individual tribes and their individual tribal identity, but there's a lot of blending. They have very frequent meetups so that the tribes can meet each other, so that they can get cross marriages going on, things along those lines. So in a way, they're almost like one large tribe that has sub-tribes, because mentality-wise, they all seem very identical. They all seem to have the exact same culture, exact same traditions, exact same everything, except the name of the tribe and the group they travel with, which makes it, again, like I said, almost like one big tribe. The only difference is, again, within the names and a little bit of the geography. So Will is traveling out to these tribes because he wants to meet with them, and they are bringing the word of Philigustius. They've already had preachers go out there, and he's been very warmly received. Some of the tribes, almost the entire tribes, have converted. Unfortunately, the priests have had some difficulty because, again, you've got a whole new culture and lifestyle and traditions and beverages and other things. So the last couple of priests that were out there got introduced to a smokable plant that these tribes use at certain parties, and once they smoked enough of it, one of the priests decided he wanted to go make friends with and pet basically their version of a buffalo, and the other priest also did something equally ill-advised. So they need some new priests out there because these priests are little smears in the ground. So Will's bringing him this time as kind of an escort to help him out, at least help him get acclimated. and he is hoping to see if the tribes might be amenable to eventually one day being folded within the empire, but currently just wondering if they are willing to be allies. Mutual defense, mutual trade, well, they already trade, but mutual defense agreements, things along those lines. At the same time, he's still training this cavalry that he brought over the concept of from Earth to use against the slave empire that is further south, that they know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, they know is going to attack them one day. Now, because of distance, there's other cities, other kingdoms, and other tribes in between, but they know strength within numbers, so they're trying to unfold as many of them together as they can. And these tribes would be a great, great, great resource. Not to mention, they're really hoping to put the stranglehold on this slave kingdom by not allowing them slaves anymore. And it would really help them if they could have these tribes to help them interdict slave caravans to stop them from being delivered. Because you take away, it's basically an economic embargo in a way. Pretty clever. And again, kind of Earth-type concepts. And Will brings a lot of these Earth-type concepts to this medieval style world, which is great. He's brought some combat ideas. He's brought he studied a lot of military history, military combat, and again, of course, he's also working for Feligustius. So he's doing a little bit of double duty for both. Again, an absolutely fantastic book. Once again, one that I just had a lot of difficulty putting down. This series is amazing, guys, and I'm going to keep reviewing it as I read the entire series. Trying to mix some other books in there so I don't just all do it on one particular book or one particular series back to back to back to back. You guys wouldn't enjoy that very much, but it's great. It's a fantastic series. So guys, after you guys hit the like and subscribe buttons, please go check out John Man Stry's Portals of Infinity. Thank you everybody for watching. Catch you next time. Bye now.